Here we have a new 2023 Nissan Versa in the SR trim level. This one comes in the beautiful sky gray pearl. And then we have the charcoal sport cloth interior. And the powertrain consists of a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder mated to a continuously variable transmission. And I just love this color. But coming around the front end here, we have LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights, and they don't flash like that. Just how my camera's picking them up. But it really does give you that ultimate SR feel. It's a great look. And then down here, these are going to be 17-inch aluminum wheels. Also, fantastic look for the SR. As it's used the wind noise. We get past the keyless entry on the front two doors. And over here we have our power door lock controls, rear window lock, power mirror controls. So you pick a side, that's off, that's right, that's left. And then whichever side you pick, you can adjust there. And then you have power windows on all four doors, and then automatic one touch up and down on the driver's side. And a pretty good sized bottle holder there, little pocket storage. We're gonna pop the gas cap, and then also pop the hood. I'm gonna turn this air down a little bit so it's not too loud. And here we have our 6-way manual driver's seat. I'm gonna pop this trunk for later as well. But that's my driving position there, being 6'3" with longer legs, so I'm gonna try and show you all the rear leg room. I love how they did that though. Nice big bottle holder in the back. So like I said, I am 6'3". My head's, well, I should say my hair is grazing the headliner here, and that's my leg room. But I mean, this is such a small car. It's still impressive I can actually get back here. And then we have a USB-C charge port just in case. But a great spot for your kids. And like I said, I'm a bit taller, so you could fit another shorter adult maybe back here, one behind the other. But grab handles here. I'm gonna show you all the window sticker so you can see why I think this is actually a pretty good bargain for this segment. But you get all of these standard features here. I want to give a huge shout out to John Roberts Nissan for allowing me to review this car today, by the way. But that's only $21,605, and again, you get so much for that amount of money. Look at that fuel economy. There's our gas cap there. And for a lot of you all, you're gonna like that it's lockable, so you have to unlock it from inside the car, so people can't get in your gas tank. And then over here, plenty of trunk space, surprisingly, in this Versa. And then we have the cargo net option in this one as well. And we can pull here, hang bags right here, no problem. And then lift this up, spare tires underneath there. But taking a look at the back end here, styling again. I mean, this sky gray pearl looks good. I mean, it makes everything look good, so I'm not even tripping about it. But I do like how they put that rear bumper kind of diffuser look there. Looks nice. And we do have rear park assist. Now to get this seat to fold down, pull up here. You can do that from both sides. Pretty easy to do, and you can run longer objects through. And then lock that back into place. And then for the front passenger seat here, this is going to be a 4-way manual seat. And glove compartment's actually a pretty, that's an awesome size for this kind of car. Hood open, there's that 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. Now let's go ahead and make our way to the driver's seat. I love the weather today, but this wind is crazy. I feel like I'm in Florida right now. Like at Panama City Beach or something. The leather wrap steering wheel here feels nice, and it has that signature Nissan flat bottom feel. Now over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And we also have wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto compatibility. And you can use one of those USB ports down there. And we can go through our camera settings there, brightness, and then once we have that open, we can toggle it there. Settings are here. If you ever want to connect your Bluetooth, go here, add new, pretty easy to, it walks you through it, so it's pretty easy to do. Excuse me. Okay, and then we have our vehicle info here. And then we can use this to go through, it's kind of like a seek button for the radio. And then Bluetooth, you hit that button there and it'll walk you through that when it's not set up. And then you can use this as a scroll knob. Or then when you're in the radio, you can use it as a tune knob. Then push it. And then you can go through your bass and all that and adjust that on the screen too. And then this is also kind of like a mute button to toggle the audio off. And down here, I do like that we get single zone automatic climate controls and 2-stage heated seats. Just adjust the temperature there, toggle the auto mode there, turn that off by adjusting the fan speed, and then you can control direction here. And you can actually turn the whole system off. Touch of a button, but it's hot out, so I'm gonna turn that back up. 12 volt next to those 2 USB ports. But what surprised me the most was this wireless charging pad here. That's a game changer for a vehicle like this in this segment, having that right in there. And then to shift the CVT, pull the lever here, reverse, neutral drive, then we have a low gear. And then our sport mode, hit that button there, and we can toggle that on and off. Cup holders there, emergency brake here, center console cubby space, okay size, a little small, but deep in there, and then you have a USB-C port there as well. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. Then you can set this to on, off, or to the door. Same up here, you can set that to the door, turn them on. And then to the left side of the steering wheel, volume controls, track list, or radio station presets there, back button. And then this is for your digital part of the gauge cluster. You can go through that left side there and control all of that. So I usually have that set to fuel economy. That's where I like it. So I can test that out. Blinkers are here, auto mode, and then you have your high beams there. You can flash them there. And then windshield wipers are here. You can adjust the speed there for the intermittent. Then you have intermittent low, high. And then pull up for the front wiper fluid. Hazards are right here. And then, I forgot to mention you have a little storage pocket here. And then you can use this to go through your odometer, or your brightness, excuse me. And then click it to go through your trips there on the odometer, that little bar down in there. You might not be able to see it because of the glare from the sun. Well, there's that push button start. And here's the key fob with remote start. But let's go ahead and take this Versa SR out on the road for a quick test drive. So I have it in sport mode now. I'm gonna see how it accelerates here. And the CVT is pretty impressive, as it does allow for decent acceleration for a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated engine. And I did forget to mention, this does have the high beam assist, so I have it on now. My high beams are on and I'm in auto mode, but they won't come on until it's dark, and it doesn't sense any vehicles coming towards me or in my line of sight. So again, for this price point, you get so much with this Versa SR. You get the Sky Gray Pearl, which is a premium paint, but it looks fantastic. Worth every penny in my book. It's one of the better colors out here at this moment on any car. And you get intelligent cruise control, and then you have your Bluetooth, AM, FM, XM compatibility, wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto. You have LED headlamps as opposed to having halogens. And you can see where they had to cut corners just to keep the cost down, but still you get so much for this money. And for people in this market, if you're more worried about getting 40 miles per gallon as opposed to having something that's somewhat quick, this is perfect. And especially if you keep it over the years, maintain it. I've personally seen Versas, people complain about them being turn and burn cars, but I've seen some get 200,000 miles and the people have no issue out of it because they just take it to get it serviced as it should be. Now, if you're wanting to keep this for 20 years, I definitely recommend getting an extended warranty and just keeping up with it anyway. And you know, these cars will last you, but for the money, you really can't beat this Versa SR, having all the safety equipment. And I mean, you still get a power seat on the driver's side, somewhat roomy in here for such a small car, and you're pushing 40 miles per gallon on the highway. It's just a great deal in my opinion. And in terms of ride quality, even on this bumpy back road, nothing crazy. And I wouldn't even call the ride terrific, which you shouldn't expect this out of a car that's a little more than $20,000, but still a solid ride. The steering feel is nice. Now it's a little harder to adjust this for someone of my size, so it's kind of a weird feel here. Also, I'm trying to get the camera angle without getting the headliner in the way, but again, not bad. I think I said this had power seats, it didn't, so I apologize. But 6-way manual, so it's easy to adjust the seat back, seat bottom, and the height. But this is one of those cars that, like I said, if you're needing to save money and you're worried about how much fuel you're gonna pay for, and you're just trying to get a budget-friendly car that gets the job done, this is one of the best options in the segment. But in terms of sound acoustics and everything, it's decent, but you're not gonna get the same sound quality in the cabin that you would get in a $70,000, $80,000 Armada, so. But still, nothing crazy. So I consider that an A+ in my book. And for this car, again, acceleration is decent. It's not quick, but it'll do. I'm gonna put it in the sport mode now to accelerate onto the interstate here. I'm gonna leave myself a little distance because no one's behind me, and I'm gonna put my foot down. So again, this is no speed demon. You have a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, but still able to do it. Now you do have lane departure warning, and then you have the intelligent cruise, but no lane keep assist or lane centering. But again, for this price point. And then you can also see the blind spot monitor right there as it goes off. But it's keeping this safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. And of course you can adjust the gap hitting this button here if you want to. But ride quality coming down the interstate is pretty good for this kind of car. It's a little windy out, so I'm just getting a little bit of body roll here and there, but for the most part, like I said, a solid ride. I wouldn't drive this to the other side of the country and back. You could, but just in terms of what I'm used to in terms of comfort, what I want out of a vehicle. I like to have adaptive cruise, I like to have lane centering, I like to have a power seat. So you do get heated seats in here, which is nice if it's going to be cold out, but just a great commuter car. It's the best way to put it. And you can actually see, if I can pull it up, I can pull up the tachometer there, which is nice. And when I put it out of the sport mode, it keeps the CVT revs down. So instead of sitting in that 3,000 RPM range, I'm right a little over 2,000. And then if you're worried about warranty, I think I showed that earlier. I think Nissan is 3-year 36, maybe 4-year 48 or 5-year 60,000 on the powertrain. Not 100%, but of course, y'all can look that up. But like I said, for this price point, you get quite a bit of car for the money. And just simple to drive. If you are, let's say, maybe an older person who doesn't haul around a lot of people, doesn't do a lot, just kind of needs an A to B car, but you want something new and nice, and you're wanting to stay at a certain price point, definitely a fantastic option. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this new 2023 Nissan Versa in the SR trim level.